Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your everyday activities.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Animal Revolt Battle Simulator. You guys have been asking for this one for a little bit, and we finally have it. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Baggin model. Or Bagin or Boggin. Listen, I don't care how you say it, it's Bagin today. And as you can see, Buddy is an absolute demon out. I mean, kind of quite seriously. He's got the horns, he's got the sharp teeth. Buddy has the look of an absolute specimen. All right, and if you don't know anything about this kaiju here, basically one of the only times, or maybe the only time we've seen him, was in the Super Godzilla game from like 1993. This man was like the final boss, I'm pretty sure. He was supposed to be in some movies and things like that. They ended up getting scrapped for whatever reason, so my boy hasn't been shown much love in his life. Let's see if that matters today. And actually, hold on, before we get into some battling and whatnot, let me hear a quick roar. Yeah, Buddy sounds dangerous. Let's put him up against, well, you know. That's right, our boy, Heisei Godzilla. I know he's my favorite Godzilla. I don't really treat him like that, seeing that we always get him destroyed, but, I mean, look at Baggin from across the street here. It doesn't look like he's, like, too overpowered or anything. For example, you know, one of the more recent models we have in the game is Godzilla in HE double hockey sticks, right? Look how much he towers over Baggin back there. Like, Buddy isn't like a towering figure, but let's test him out. We got the first battle, Heisei versus the new demon in the game. Is he strong? Is he gonna get defeated by Heisei in the first battle? Hey, I see you, big fella. Even if you don't do much in this battle, look what you've already done to the new kaiju. Okay, Heisei. See, that's what I like to see, man. Buddy is fighting tooth and nail out here. Now, I don't know what kind of moves Baggin has. Like, I don't know if he's going to be, like, really strong. Oh, dang. Okay, well, that was a nice little... What was that move? It only did, like, 700... He's got a beam, too. Okay, I mean, here's my initial thoughts from Baggin. I mean, just off the first battle so far. Not a lot has happened, but just to kind of give you my first impressions on him, it doesn't look like his moves are, like, extremely strong. Especially for something that looks as strong as he does, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at him. You would think this thing is absolutely menacing, but look at the HPs. Brother, Heisei Godzilla could win this battle. Are we serious right now? Did Baggin just throw his first battle? Okay, whatever that is, atomic breath or whatever beam. Baggin, buddy, I ain't seen nobody get this HP against Heisei oh my goodness, my boy done broke Godzilla's leg. All right, but you know what I'm saying? I thought this got, you know what? The video's not even close to over. We're still gonna continue to review here, but I don't know, I thought he was gonna be a little stronger. Maybe it was just a map, you know what I'm saying? He's gotta feel more at home, and we're currently at the gates of HE doubles. So, like, you know, I feel like this is more home to this man, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and start the battle with Megalon, by the way. I'm so sorry, brother, listen. I mean, you could possibly... Oh, okay. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Now he's turning up a little bit because he's, well, I think he's home, ladies and gentlemen. It's still kind of... I mean, that was a lot better. I will say, that was a ton better, but okay. Maybe, well, I will say Megalon's not the strongest. But like I said, maybe this just feels like home to Baggin. You know what I'm saying? It looks like home for this man. Boulder off the rip. I see you, Behemoth. Let's get rocking. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think anybody is going to beat Baggin today? I mean, personally, I think once we get to, like, the A tier route, which is basically what Heisei Godzilla is in. Oh, okay, well, about a B to... What the... Buddy was twisted? Okay, you know what? Once we get to maybe, like, the B tier route, because, you know, Behemoth... I would put him more towards, like, the C, D tier. But, like, once you get to the B tier / A tier, like, you know, we got Kiryu right here. I wouldn't classify Kiryu as, like, ultra strong in the game by any means. But he's strong, all right? He's not terrible, but he's not, like, the greatest of all time. So, as you can see, Kiryu doing a little bit of damage here. And, yeah, a little bit it is. What the? 2,200? I don't know, who was that on? Oh, that was on Kiryu, all right. Well, maybe I was all wrong about Kiryu. Maybe Kiryu's just trash. Okay, there you go. Nice little moves, Kiryu. Or Maybe Baggin. Wait, okay, that move right there. What is that? Is he about to fly off the map? Don't you do it, Baggin. You got wings. There you go. All right, taking a little fall damage. Oh my. You see, like, look at Baggin's HP. I know he took a little fall damage there, but like, I mean, Kiryu's not even close to like the strongest that you're going to be seeing today, so I would step it up if I were you. Like, for example, just to like, do we throw this out already here? I feel like I know how this battle is going to go. This man right here, an absolute specimen. If they didn't increase the power of Godzilla Earth, this would definitely still be the strongest by miles. So, like, let's see how he does in the gates of HE doubles versus the true guardian of the HE doubles. We've got Godzilla and HE. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on here. Okay, Atomic, but doesn't that explode? It does not explode. Okay. 400 though. Boo, Baggin. You okay? What about this one? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that move right there should be stronger. Not only does it look stronger, but like I feel like it just should be stronger. Also, yeah, that was a quick battle. Baggin just chilling in some fire now. Listen, this man right here, we knew was.
You know that e-commerce business that's been living in your head for months? Wix Harmony is how you actually make it happen.
Strong, we're not going to necessarily count that. I mean, you can count it, but just like don't hold it against him. Y'all know he's like super strong. Anyways, let's go ahead and throw him up against. Somebody told me this was an S tier. The Brood Mother. I don't know if I believe you, and I'm not going to, completely disagree with you there, but let's see how the Brood Mother does against the new man himself. I was about to say, why is he just staring at the spider? You know what? Honestly, I'd be staring at the spider too. I'd be terrified. HP-wise, the Brood Mother has not hit Baggin yet. Okay, yeah, I'm about to... Oh, there you go, a little 88 damage. Who told me the Brood Mother was S tier? Are you crazy? Or... Okay, hold up. I mean, she did a little damage, I guess, but in the end, yeah, Baggin still absolutely obliterates. Technically, he's only lost one battle so far. All right, let's step up the competition, though. We're throwing in some A tiers, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Mecha G here. Villain versus villain. Technically, boss versus boss. Who is the stronger villain in this, in today's video? Okay, Baggin actually... Oh! Where did you just pull out a 5,300 combo, big fella? Where was all that? Where has all that been? I don't even know what you were just doing. I'd slow it down. Buddy was throwing absolute nonsense out there. All right, what about Super Mecha Godzilla? I think we classified this as an A tier, right? I definitely don't think it was S tier. But let's see how it goes. Immediately with the... Okay, that's some cheese, but I like it. I like the cheese so far. 1,500 damage combo off rip. 4,400, bro. I feel like Baggin is getting stronger over time. Although, like I said, his beams and that horn beam thing, I feel like those definitely... Hey, yo! Hold up, I gotta pause this right now. What is this? How did Super Godzilla just attach to the back? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I respect that. What a move from my boy Super Mega Guy. Is he dead? No, but almost. Oh! I mean, all right. That, the horn beam thing, that was a little better that time, Baggin. Mind you, still hasn't technically lost yet. I mean, technically did lose to one of the strongest in the game, but, anyways, we're hopping over to the next level. Listen, we'll fluctuate between S and A tier, but yeah, we got an S tier kaiju, aka Titan X, who I would consider like the bottom of the S tier, just because the up close damage. You guys already know this. Oh, I like the back-to-back roars there. That's nice looking. Now, I will say, overall so far, I like Baggin. I just wish the beams and whatnot maybe were a little bit stronger. I feel like he's got crazy potential to be an S tier. But I don't think, as of right now, I can't classify him as S tier. Maybe A tier for sure. But the video, like I said, video's not over. He still has a chance to win against certain kaiju that would automatically place him in the S tier. Wait a minute! Oh, he could be Titan X right here! Baggin, one more! Baggin, you had to hit her one more. Look at this! Simply one. You know what? I'm running that back. Let's see. We'll do best 2 out of 3 between these two. Because like I said, Baggin didn't even use that horn beam move. Oh my, 32 off the rip. 3,200. Oh yeah, Baggin's turning up or getting tossed around. Goodness gracious. Actually, if you get Baggin some space, that's bad for you, honey. All right, well, now he gets the roar out of the way, I guess. Even though that opens up opportunity for Titan. Come on, get in there. There you go. Baggin, let me get a dub. Yeah, there you go. Now she has to roar. You know what I'm saying? Stomp. How did you miss a stomp on something that fills up a quarter of the map? Well, let's check HP. Baggin in the lead by a lot. I think he's definitely going to win this battle here, and yes, he does. So it's 1-1 right now. Will Baggin complete the, not the sweep, but the little victory? Let's see, 1,600 damage off rip. That's nice. It's not quite 3,300 or whatever he just did, but... Oh my... I like these two. These two are actually really strong up close. Baggin with the basically 6,000 damage there. Oh my! Take those wings out, big fella. Oh. Roar midair, that is going to neglect the fall damage. Doesn't take any. Finally, here comes a beam. Goodness gracious. We haven't seen that in a minute. What about the horn? Nothing? No, there it is. It's about time. Oh! You see, like, does that not even... That just looks like it should be stronger than... All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Baggin does beat his first S-tier kaiju. Technically S-tier. But let's throw in somebody else. You know, somebody that maybe wants some revenge for Heisei from the very beginning here. We've got Burning Godzilla, one of my favorite versions ever. Oh my, okay, well, good damage by both overall in the first little start here. Bro, Baggin is strong. And why would you roar right in the face of an atomic pulse? There comes the ray. And here comes the... Okay, see that beam? Bro, 400 damage? It should be stronger than that, man. It just looks stronger. I think they're both about the same amount of HP right now. Whoever gets the next pretty decent hit is going to win. I will be impressed with Baggin if he can win. He can win this battle. He just won this battle. Oh, okay, like, look at the HP, though. It's not overwhelming victories here, but they're victories nonetheless. What do you guys think so far? All right, so since you have a few victories under your belt now, and actually don't have many losses at all, let's throw up against somebody with the sun shining in the back.
Now, at McDonald's, wake up to a $4 breakfast meal deal. Wake up to a sausage McMuffin or a sausage biscuit, to hash browns, and wake up to a hot coffee. Get your $4 breakfast meal deal.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
You say you'll never join the Navy.
Never track storms in the Atlantic or skydive as part of your commute.
Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is. Learn why at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Background, who has always been one of the strongest in the game. We've got Godzilla Nemesis versus Baggin. How will this go? Will Baggin shine or... Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. See, look at that 180 on that beam, bro. That beam looks so much stronger than that, man. Maybe I'm wrong. If y'all know a lot about Baggin, maybe that move is just not what I think it is. Let me know in the comments. Any info you have for me about Big Fella, let me know down in the comments. But right now, not looking fantastic against Godzilla Nemesis, but not looking awful. All right, he can still turn things around here. Hopefully that's not a normal, that's a normal beam. All right, 1,300 damage, that's not awful. Baggin, you gotta run, brother. See, Baggin just be walking around here. Okay, bounced them off the ground, though. Baggin could win. Baggin could win. Hold up. I mean, whoever gets the next hit off. Well, there's Baggin's... Bro, I'm telling you, man, that should be stronger, bro. He had that in the bag. If that beam does what it probably should do, look at this. Nemesis would be cooked. But just because, you know, the beam, he used it twice, too. That beam. And look at him, he's sad, bro. He does not even want to show his face. Listen, you did good. Sure, you lost against the big fella, but, like, honestly, I don't blame him, all right? It's his beam. If they just... Which they definitely could. I think his beam will and should be improved. Because if you saw Godzilla Earth the other day, y'all would have seen how... Oh, my goodness. Y'all would have seen how strong his beam is now. So, you know, the creator of the mods could come back and, like, you know, kind of fix his beam, make it a little stronger here, you know, add some stuff to it, just like he did with Godzilla Earth. Because look at this, even the white beam, I mean, barely 1,000 damage. And this kaiju just doesn't look like something that would only do 1,000 damage on a beam. Especially knowing what I know about him, which isn't like, look at this beam. You mean to tell me that? Oh, I thought that was a part of that beam. I think that was just Godzilla ROE doing whatever he does. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be more of that. He wasn't a final boss in a video game for nothing, all right? His moves should be final boss worthy. And I mean, from what I'm seeing, they just haven't been, you know? Oh, hold up. ROE, this is a great battle. He's been in some great fights with the S-tier kaiju today. Like, I mean, the only one that wasn't very good, obviously, was Godzilla in HE doubles. But, I mean, look, he even beat Godzilla ROE. Oh, by the way, I gotta show y'all something. I don't know which video is coming out first, this one or the other new kaiju, but y'all gotta peep the other new kaiju. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Godzilla -0. I think technically this is the Godzilla. You know what? We're not going to look into it too much. That's a video to come, but I'm not making them fight today. I just wanted to throw that out there to show you all because right now, Megan is going up against Monster X, which, as you guys know, is definitely an S-tier kaiju, and we always say it because Buddy can transform now, like he should be able to. What is that? Okay. Nice moves from Baggin already, but here's the thing with Baggin. He doesn't have moves that... I don't think. I mean, we've seen him a couple times that tie into like a 4,000, 5,000 combo. But for the most part, you don't see him do those moves too often. See, look at that, 1,000. So once Buddy Monster X gets to the point where he can evolve, that's when things are... y'all both trapped on some mini trees? Are we serious right now, fellas? Okay, I'm making Baggin take a little detour here. Can you... There you go, big fella. Goodness gracious. All right, anyways, let's get back to work here. Oh, my! See, that was a nice move, but he is going to transform like right... Why would you roar? Why would you roar? He's transforming right in front of you. All right, well, Baggin kind of threw this one. He would have beat... Oh, my. He would have beat Monster X if it wasn't for, yeah, the might of Kaiser Ghidorah. But he wasn't beating Kaiser Ghidorah. Clearly, goodness, I have never even seen Kaiser turn up that much. That was crazy. That was crazy work. All right, you know what? Here's a good test here. We got Godzilla Ultima. Can Baggin keep him away from using the Ultima Spiritus? If he does, I'm going to say he wins. If he hits that Ultima Spiritus, I'm going to say Baggin loses here. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. After this, though, we're going to throw in, like, the final S-tier kaiju. And just see how Baggin does, man. Let me know what you think about Baggin so far. Should he be stronger? Is he exactly where he should be? Like, 600 damage on that move, man. That's killing me, bro. That's killing me. I think that move should be a little bit stronger. I do like all the other moves. Like, I don't think... Look at that. 2,000 combo. I don't think he needs to be, like, overpowered by any means. I just think some of the beam... Dang! Okay, well, that was a great outing. Look at that. That HP is a lot healthier. But like I was saying, I don't think he needs to be like super strong or anything. He's already pretty strong, right? He's taken out some good kaiju, but it's just the beams for me. What about Thermo G14 though? This is an S-tier kaiju, and we all know this. Okay, nice little 1,700 off the rip and knocked him down.
You upgraded your phone, your headphones, your monitor, but your YouTube player still basic. Time to fix
down into a beam that did 1,400 damage that time. I would be satisfied if the beam did like maybe 2,000. Like look at G14's beam. If it did around 2,000, like both of these beams did both 2,000 instead of close to 1,000, I'd like it a lot better. Oh my goodness, and here comes the thermal pulse. Will he be able to? Yeah, he's going to be able to get that off, which means Baggin is still alive, barely breathing out here, and well, suplex. Goodness gracious. All right, Baggin, listen. I'm going to give you like 2 more chances, maybe, and you got to turn up. Oh, and by the way, I'm throwing you in with the wolves. So we got Space Godzilla over here, ladies and gentlemen. Baggin, let me know where you guys would rank him so far. From what we've seen today, personally, I wouldn't be like, look at him, trapping him with the spikes. I see you turning up Space Godzilla. I don't think I'd be mad at you if you put him in like, maybe the very bottom of the S tier, but I think for me personally, I would have to classify him as an A tier kaiju. I think. Are you trapping yourself? Okay, never mind. He's coming back. Space Godzilla with his best move, and bada boom, bada hello. There it is. I think he missed one of the spikes. He still should win here with a beam. That should finish things off. All right, Baggin, that's one L. You got like 2 more kaiju, and that's it. One of them being, obviously, we had to throw in Super Godzilla here because, well, he's from the game, all right? He's the final boss. But who is it now? Who's the better version of that game? Oh, my goodness. Super Godzilla is throwing good hands already out here. I don't know. I don't think they've upgraded Super Godzilla. Like, look at that beam. 200. I mean, it went a little longer than normal, I thought. I don't know if y'all have any information on that. I don't think Super Godzilla has gotten stronger, but I also have no idea. We're going to finish off this battle, and then after this one, we've got 2 more kaiju. We're only going to do 2 more kaiju after this. One is pinkish color. You should already know he's kind of evolved. You know what I'm saying? And then another one suddenly became the strongest in the game with his newly found atomic breath and boulder throw. All right? You'll see both of those battles very shortly. And the HPs, this is looking more like, a battle we should have been seeing all day. The moves are kind of offsetting. They're both doing very good damage. Oh, that beam right there was crazy. Super Godzilla gets the win, but kind of barely. It was a good battle. All right, well, I don't remember when the last time Baggin won a battle was, honestly, so 2000 and knocked him across the map. All right, G, lighten up a little bit, big fella. Pump the brakes. I want to see Baggin. Okay, really? Can you not, skip him across the map, big fella? What do you think this is? It's a battle. All right, get back up, Baggin. You got this, brother. There we go. Nice beam. That'll do virtually nothing. I can't with that. There you go. Knock him down, Baggin. 1,000 damage. Don't roar. Okay, there we go. We got a beam going on, but see, then you got Evolved Godzilla's beam, which is doing about, oh my goodness, 2,300. See? Man, I wish Baggin was just a little stronger with the beams and whatnot. That's my only complaint, really. I love the model of him. I think the model looks sick. They definitely did a great job with this, but, I don't think Baggin should just be getting tossed around the way he's been getting tossed around. I mean, look at that HP, bro. Baggin barely did anything, and, yeah, he's defeated once again. One more battle on the day, which honestly should go by pretty quickly. Like I said, this is the strongest kaiju in the game now. They've upgraded him for whatever reason, we needed a Godzilla Earth upgrade. I'm not really sure why they made him so much stronger, but you'll see what I'm talking about soon. What was that random hop for? He's toying with them, bro. It's this right here. Please watch how strong this is. Look at this. 14, huh? 14,000. Don't look at me like that either, Godzilla Earth. You shouldn't be. You know what? It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about Baggin. Do you like him in the game? Do you think he should be stronger? I don't really know. I think he's A tier, though. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Imagine being able
Bye.